Good afternoon and welcome to this week's issue of Print21, the weekly TV news bulletin from print21.com.au, sponsored this week by Ricoh. Another huge week in print, but I could say that almost every week. Of course, most of the major action this week has come from Victoria, where the government has put the state into, Melbourne at least, into stage 4 lockdown, the rest of the state into stage 3. Business leaders are furious, but the printing industry can remain open, providing you as a print business have a COVID-safe plan in action implemented by Friday night, 11:59 p.m. Details on that plan are available on the print21.com.au website. You'll find all the information you need there and links to wherever you need to go to. Severe penalties if you're not operating with the plan, so make sure you have it in action. With much of the economy, the state economy in Victoria and the Melbourne city economy in complete lockdown, printing will obviously be subdued. But the paper merchants, I've spoken to both of them, Spices, Ball and Doggett, tell me that have got no problems with supply, no problems with delivery. Whatever you want in commercial grades, packaging grades, wide format grades, it will all be available to you as per usual. One of the anomalies of the lockdown restrictions is that sign businesses are allowed to print but not allowed to manufacture metal or install. So this sign that we're looking at here, that we're in front of here, no metal fabrication allowed, so this wouldn't be allowed to be put up, but you can print, sign and display work. In addition to the COVID safe plan, all staff travelling to work in Victoria, travelling to print businesses in Victoria and supply companies need to now have a permit issued to state who they are, why they need it at work, why they can't work from home. The permits is fairly straightforward form, available from the government website, or go to print21.com.au, we have it there, we have a link to it there. Fill it in. Penalties again are severe. If a worker is caught going to work without a permit, it's a $1,600 fine. If there's any falsification on that permit, the fine for the worker is $20,000 and for the business is $100,000. So make sure it's all in order. It's going to be a tough 6 weeks for printers in Melbourne, and we wish you all the best. Also doing it tough is heat-set print giant Ovato, which of course has a major plant in Clayton as well as its sites around the country. Ovato is looking at redundancies because obviously print, the volume of print, it's a volume printer, is diminishing. Magazine business is diminishing. Ovato is looking to the Fair Work Commission to put an end to terminate its current enterprise agreement with the unions, so it can introduce a new agreement which will mean it will have a reduced redundancy payout. Of course, the union, AMWU, is up in arms about this, saying that the company must abide by its current agreement. You may remember Print21 reported 2 or 3 weeks ago on a company in Melbourne, Print Logistics, which also tried to tear up its redundancy agreement. In that case, it was just for one person, not for 300. But the Fair Work Commission knocked it back, saying that they had the money and they should pay it out. Interesting to see what happens. Keep following print21.com.au for all the updates on that story. Staying in Melbourne, and in a print economy that's already been battered by COVID, the industry is in shock because Fred Humphrey's business, Direct Mail and Marketing, is in voluntary administration. Direct Mail and Marketing, one of the powerhouses of the direct mail marketing business, fleet of digital presses, offset presses, offices in Burke Street, big factory in Dandenong, is now in voluntary administration. When it merged with DataSend a decade ago, it became the largest privately owned mailing house in the country. Closing its doors for good this week is Salmat, one-time $800 million a year business, started in 1979 by Peter Matic, Phil Salter. Salmat is now asking its shareholders at a general meeting at the end of the month to wind the business up, liquidate it, and divvy up the cash that remains in the business, which is $133 million. It'll be shared between 199 million shares in the business, 66.5 cents. Salmat was a terrific business. Matic and Salter had a brilliant eye for understanding the real needs of their clients, what they really wanted, and then coming up with innovative solutions to benefit those clients. And it grew from nothing to $800 million a year. Best wishes to Peter Matic on his retirement now, or his second retirement, I guess. Phil sadly passed away 5 years ago, but his family obviously will be in the mix there. That's it for this week's issue of Print21. My name is Wayne Robinson, signing off for another week. Go to print21.com.au for all these stories and more.